Sean Williams.
Sean Williams.
I like the way you say that. I bet you I can make you say it a little bit differently. Sean! Speak Spanish. Shanito!
DIYers.
Are you, flirting?
Unclench your butt cheeks and relax for a second. Just relax. You hear me? Effing relax. Jesus. This is a temperature check today. It's a temperature check. Relax. You drink your favorite drink today? What you like, smoothies? Did you drink a smoothie today? Go enjoy your smoothie. You deserve one. Relax. Kool-Aid, I like Kool-Aid. What's your favorite flavor? Nah, no Daylyt today. We'll talk about that in just a second. Let's breathe. Let's relax for I don't ask much of you. I don't ask much of you. Just relax. First and foremost, I have to say thank you for being here today. First and foremost, thank you for being here today. I know PC looking spotless, Curtis. No, it's not. While we was over here enjoying all of this back and forth, all this back and you see there's a laptop in front of me, right? It's not a PC. While we was in here enjoying all of this back and forth, this amazing lyricism. Hey, Alonzo, unclench your butt cheeks. I'm going to give you an opportunity to say your piece, but please relax. All caps is excessive. It's 12:37. Relax, okay? You do me that favor. I'm going to give people the opportunity to share their opinion, but the PC, it fucking died. It effing died. While we was enjoying all of this back and forth, my PC said, I want to battle. And I said, I don't want to battle. I said, I want to talk. I want to talk about this rap shit. I want to talk about some hip hop. My PC was like, nah. A drip of water fell into the PC. And some of y'all seen the stream yesterday. It just, it smells like PC Badusi in that other room. I said, you heard what I said. It smells like PC Badusi in that other room. I was going to do this live stream on my phone, but the wretched smell of PC Badusi in that room was so intense. I think it might have calmed me down a little bit, right? It was so rancid. I was getting like headaches in my hand. I don't know how you get a headache in your hand. That PC is fried. That PC is done. Who wins the battle? That PC. I don't care who drops anything today. That PC wins every time. Hey, Curtis, can you cover this song? No. Why? Because the PC won. God damn it.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Water technically won. Don't it always? But before that situation was, because, you know, I was leaving time for the computer to like dry out, because it happened yesterday. I was leaving time for the computer to dry out, and I was like, all right, cool. 24 hours have passed. We should be good. Turn that shit on, and it just started looking like incense was coming out the inside of the computer. It's done. It's done. It's done. Fundraiser starts today? No, there's no need for a fundraiser. Honestly, y'all viewership is enough. I already take up all your damn time. You know what I'm saying? I really do appreciate. Comp Dussy is insanity. Chill out. I already take up so much of y'all time, and I appreciate y'all hearing these hip hop opinions. And you know what? Y'all, for the majority of the time, come here to hear my hip hop opinions. I enjoy giving my hip hop opinions. Now to the title. Let me go get to that. We can get to that in a second. This is for Febreze. Febreze ain't gonna do nothing. Are you trying to make sure it never turns back? You trying to make sure I ain't got a hard drive to recover, huh? What is Febreze gonna do? This nigga said get Febreze. You know how crazy that's gonna sound if I take my PC to Geek Squad and they say, what you do? I put Febreze on it. For the smell? Oh no, the smell ain't gonna do no. Hell no, not the smell. The smell is done. Yeah, that computer rinsed me. 5-0, 6-0, PC and 6. It's done. Put that computer in rice. It don't work like that. It don't work. You can't put a whole PC in rice. It's gonna be. Somebody told me make sure you use dry rice. I said, you think I'm stupid. Anyways, I woke up today and I was getting the PC ready. That was looking like it's not gonna turn back around. But I was like, all right, cool, we could do it like this. And I saw a tweet that went up from Daylyt that was kind of cryptic, and then it got deleted. Some of y'all already have made comments about it, and it was kind of speaking to what looked like the status of the battle, which at this point, I don't know if y'all heard something I didn't. I was too busy crying over my PC. I was holding it in my arms like this. I don't know if y'all heard something that I didn't hear. But yeah, I was too busy holding it like a little baby. I did see somebody comment that Daylyt already deleted the track. Well, no matter what was going on, what has happened, I should say, pour some ketchup on the PC. See, now you're just being disrespectful. What's up, beautiful? You gonna go pick up Nazi? For sure. Love you. I hope you get your files back up. If I don't, I've been through this process so many damn times. None of this bothers me. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Shout out to Hitter J. I can't wait to hear all of this stuff tomorrow. I can't listen to another song. I can't listen to another song. I have dissected and heard so many rap songs over the last 2 days. I love hip hop. Boy, oh boy, I love hip hop. I love hip hop with all my heart. But boy, oh boy, my body don't be loving me as much as I love hip hop. I got neck pains. I be going to sleep seeing the fucking genius colors over the internal rhymes in my head. And I'm like, ah! Ah! I'm so confused. Somebody asked me the other day, what round do you think we're in? And y'all saw, I looked off in the distance for like 36 seconds. It's like when somebody asks you an existential question about life that you wasn't ready for. I felt like that. I felt like he was like, What round are we in? What round are we in? What's up, Ville? What round? What kind of question is that? What's your favorite cheese? The Mexican blend. That's not really a cheese, is it? It's like cheddar and mozzarella, huh? I like Mexican blend. That's my favorite. Fucking love that Mexican blend. That shit fluffy. The cheese is fluffy. Okay, we got to get to it. I saw a tweet that went up, and then it got deleted by Daylyt that kind of spoke to what the status of this battle may be. Now, I haven't heard any further confirmations. I don't know if y'all seen anything publicly or anything that's been out here, but yeah. Marshall, why do you hate me? Why do you pay me to hate me? Marshall said my PC said drop. I said drop, and the PC said stop.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
I hope that you order your favorite drink with ice in it, and before you can even sip it, you realize that all the ice is melted and it waters down your favorite soft drink. Mean that with my soul. Okay, so here's a status thing. Let me get to it. So I saw that tweet that went up, and then it got deleted. Shout out to my guy Deluxe. He's always kind of updated me on these things. And I hit up Daylyt directly. I was like, yo, what's going on? And we had a conversation, and I said, okay, I got other questions, but I want to be respectful of whatever is going on. And I said, could we possibly, do a short interview? It's probably gonna be like 15 to 20 minutes. And he said he was with it. And yeah, as the day went on, and as I plugged that computer back in, hoping that was a lot of shit happened. Anyways, we came to the decision to postpone it. And then I sat back and started watching some of the comments on the video from yesterday. And what I love about the community here is that it's always honest. It's going to always be your point of view, which I always want to give you the perspective of, as long as you can be respectful. As long as you can be respectful. I don't mind a difference of opinion, as long as you can be respectful. Because I'm never going to be disrespectful to any of y'all. Right? And I started noticing some things that made me want to do a live stream today. Hence the title. Curtis King is West Coast bias, hip hop bias. I'm gonna be honest with you before we get to your feedback, because I really want to know from y'all who feel that way, what exactly you mean. I'm not here to defend. I'm not here to debate it. I just want to understand where you're coming from, because I don't know if it's a generational difference. I don't know if it's a expectation difference. I really don't be knowing. I'm not even playing obtuse on this. I really be looking at stuff and I'm like, I thought we were having platforms to give our opinions. Now, if I'm hearing something and internally I'm like, yo, this is amazing, but I can't let them think that I think it's amazing, then forget bias. That's being called a liar. As long as I've had this channel, anybody who's been here long enough should understand. One, I'm hip hop biased, first of all. Too many things have been happening over the last X amount of years that feel anti-hip hop. And I've been always pro hip hop, whether I was in the producer content, whether I'm in rapper content, it's always hip hop bias, even to the point where I've been called a purist. And I guess I'm learning to understand and love whatever that means. If it means, I don't know. And then West Coast bias. How many LA hats do you have to see before you recognize that is nothing new?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
How many LA hats do you got to see before you recognize I got this bitch in every color you can think of? If I met somebody that had New York fitteds in 72 colorways, I'd say you're probably going to be quite favorable to things that are New York. It's part of what makes us human. It's part of the reason also, too, why we got such amazing debates that happen here. Oh, is the Steelers mug? The Steelers mug threw him off, Curtis. Fair enough. That's my wife's, though.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
And one thing she don't play about is her Steelers. And if I want to make sure that my food don't taste the way that my PC currently smells, I probably should become a Steelers fan too, right? Who's your football team? Steelers. Steelers. Go Steelers. I can't name you 4 Steelers right now. You better name them. What? I'm learning a lot of things, though, as I'm watching this back and forth. Let me just say this. Zoomed out point of view, because this is really about y'all, and I want to give you chances to kind of like formulate your opinions. Please be respectful. I don't want to hear about glazing. I don't want to hear no terms that are going to make me think that you're not a Joey Badass fan. You're an OVO refugee.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
If you smell or look like an OVO refugee, I've already decided to no longer have any more hip hop based conversations with you. But if you're someone who's able to formulate an opinion and you can help me to understand where you're coming from, this invitation is for you. So talk to me. This is a temper. Yeah, they OVO refugees. OVO orphans, I think somebody else called them yesterday. Hold on, let me see. Let's start it off. You know what? Before we get into this, I think this is actually a good place to go first. Hold on. I'm gonna give y'all a chance to go ahead and formulate some of these opinions. But let me hold on. Let me see something. What the hell? Hold on. All right, we're gonna start here. Just gonna open up my window on this side, and then we'll get to the conversation. Here's what's prompted this conversation to begin with on my end, though. All right, peep game. So I released the video yesterday, live stream yesterday. First of all, can I get a round of applause for still doing a live stream after my PC starts smelling like Capaducy? I still delivered this live stream, came right downstairs and put it. Anyways, you don't get no props for that. Anyways, here's some of the comments that I've seen. I have no confirmation of whether or not these are OVO refugees, but let's assume that they're not. Okay, let's assume that they're not. Let's assume that these are genuinely disappointed hip hop fans that happen to be subscribers of Curtis King. If you echo any of these statements here, this is your opportunity to be heard. First comment here said this. It said, congrats, Curtis King. First of all, you spelled my name with one S. Curtis King, for giving some of the most biased reactions I've ever seen in my life. Next one said, this is Head Bill. I don't care about the bias. I just hate the hypocrisy. Okay. Produce Licky? This that D-licking niggas was talking about. XEZ says Curtis is hating like a mother effer. Oh my God. NIL says Joey turned Curtis into Academics West. You watch your goddamn mouth.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
You watch your baby teeth having. Okay, let me chill. Even Curtis is looking compromised. Why y'all keep spelling my name with one S? Like, at least give me the decency of, like, I can't even win in a battle of y'all talking about me. You still spell my name on one S. Why I keep? It's like y'all shooting every Curtis except for me. Okay, let me stop. The song slaps. I got respect for Curtis. If you got respect for me, why you keep spelling my name with one? Okay, don't hit the table. That's how the water dropped in the PC. The song slaps. I got respect for Curtis, but watch everything he uploads. But he's doing the culture a disservice for being so blatantly biased. People get mad when I say Curtis King is West Coast academics with the soul. What the fuck? Relax. This is the same thing Ack was doing when Kendrick dropped during the battle. Breaking down lyrics accurately. Okay, I said I wasn't gonna rebuttal. You right. That third verse got you in your feelings. Afro Butterfly, I'm trying right now. Somebody got to tell the truth, and you ain't gonna tell it. Everybody's so creative. Abel Gutierrez says, I seen the same look on Ack's face when he first heard Not Like Us. Curtis, tell the truth, buddy. With two S's. With two S's. I started to think y'all Curtis with one S bias.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
That's petty. Don't do that, Curtis. Don't do that. Shh. Okay, I'm sorry. I seen Crash Dummy is full of rebuttals and bro is saying it's broad and can be aimed at anybody. Come on now. Come on, Curtis. Somebody spell my name with two S's. God bless him. You can't even hide the fact that you already decided who won before the battle even started. Curtis, you're being annoyingly biased. Just let them dudes rap, man. What am I supposed to do on video? Like, real question, not even a rebuttal. What am I supposed to do on the video? I'm supposed to listen? You want me to be like that dude that go like this, huh? You don't want me to stop the records and give commentary. I don't know what y'all want sometimes. Whether he comes out on top or not, Joey has my respect for stepping to the plate and legit handling tag team with class. He for sure got my respect for not suing. Yeah, I mean, you get the sentiment. This video is sad. All of this stuff. Nonetheless. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk for real. I just needed to go ahead and acknowledge that. You think they're confusing bias with delusion? Okay. I want to hear from them, though. I want to hear from them. I was going to set this up at first to do a StreamYard where I'm going to let y'all come on here and comment, and I hear what you got to say. This is Call of Duty 3 level trolling vocabulary. I know what that means, but I don't know what that means. Look, Samurai, I hear hit a J3 drop. That's not what the purpose of today's video is. I need a break from everybody. I need a break. If this stream is boring you, please come back later. All right, I'm just waiting. I want to see somebody build a legitimate argument for what do you think is the issue with bias, because the way that I'm looking at it, we're all supposed to be. We're all inherently biased. Dude, you rapped. You're biased. Okay. That doesn't feel like a question. They trying to burn out the reactors. No, they burnt my computer out and shit. Help me figure out. This chat is moving fast. Help me to figure out. Is this somebody who was formulating a really good argument? Okay, here it goes. Sham says the only rhetoric I've seen is Joey can't come for K-Dot because he's not on his level, but people below Joey's level took shots at him. Joey can't come for K-Dot because he's not on his level, but people below Joey's level took shots at him. I feel like we're getting revisionist history here. And I said something on Twitter that kind of, went a little viral or whatever, but somebody made a great comment the other day, and this is not me comparing any rappers out here to bees, okay? But somebody said a great comment. They said, imagine somebody punches a hornet's nest or a beehive, and then a bunch of bees jump out at the same time and they start fighting and punching them as they come at them. I said, do we give extra points for that? That was the general consensus. The issue that I'm going to address here from what you're saying, Sham, is the people that are coming at him. He created this with a very vague statement on the ruler's back. Would you agree? Too much West Coast D-licking is a very broad statement that anybody who's on the West Coast may feel a way about, especially if they rap. If you go back to that first feedback that I had on the ruler's back, I had two questions. I said, one, why 6 months later? After all of the shenanigans, everything died down. Why right now? Almost like a where you been. And two, why don't you just say Kendrick's name? That was the first thing I said when I heard the review. Those are two things that I drew an issue with just as a hip hop fan. Forget the bias first. As a hip hop fan, I said, why not put a name on that unless you wanted the kind of reaction that you got? Do you think that he got a reaction he was surprised by? Or do you think that that was what it was? And this is where people started feeling like, well, maybe 50 Cent is involved in the planning of this. Because 50 Cent is inherently skilled at being chaotic. He knows how to get people talking about whatever the hell he got going on. It's been like that since day one. So yeah, I'm hearing you, but what are we getting at? I don't even know where to start with these. Okay, can we slow it down? Slow down for just for a second. Just for a second. Slow down. One topic at a time. I'm not reacting to music today. This is gonna be a short stream. Yeah, let me hit the slow mode. I'm gonna hit the slow mode. Thank you so much, Afro Butterfly. What the heck? What the hell? All right. 1,000 of y'all are in here to have a conversation about Curtis King, hip hop, and West Coast bias. 1,000 of y'all interested in that? You would think that you like that. Wait. Where is it at? That's crazy. I wonder if they disable the slow mo when you're in here. All right. Don't see it. For those who felt like I was being biased, please let me know. What do you think that bias is the actual word that you're looking for? That's the question I have. Do you think bias is what you're looking for? Okay, here we go. So here's an argument right here. Let's start with this one. Let me get you on the screen here so I can see everything the way it is intended to be. Okay, let's see. I think there was an expectation for you to be a fair commentator in engaging the battler, but it's understandable as West Coast artists take the broad shot personally. What is a fair commentator in a space where... Okay, so let me acknowledge your point of view on this. I assume you're someone who doesn't have a preference in who wins the battle. This is what I'm going to assume. And if I'm wrong, let me know, Uji or Uja. I'm assuming that you're someone who doesn't have a preference. And if you're not, I could see why somebody wants to see what they see as neutral commentary on the matter. To that point, I look at this no different than sports. If my team is in the battle, I should be able to have the ability to say, nah, I think we're going to be good because of these. These are the strengths that we have. I've been watching them all year long. And when your team is getting whooped like my Lakers get whooped every year,
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
you have the ability to say, all right, yeah, we lost this series. Or we lost this game. Or this happened, or this happened, or this happened. Damn. Minnesota's defense is incredible. But to your point, I don't know if fair has ever been the goal of the content that I'm doing. This content is at its best, in my opinion, when it's opinionated, when it's honest. I feel like there's a level of dishonesty and fairness in neutral statements, and that's my motivation. That's been my motivation. Here's what I'll say from this. Look, I've been very clear over the years of the opportunities that I've had to work with TDE. Punch coming down here to sit here and have an interview in this room is a moment I will never forget. But part of the reason why a Punch will come down and sit here is because of the same thing that you saw before we even had conversations about these topics, is that I am someone who is unafraid to have an opinion of their own, even if it does not appear in the favor of folks that I have relationships with. It's been the same thing since day one. That is part of the success of this. This is why someone who even doesn't like the content will clip it, is because they know it's someone who has a difference of opinion. I don't have to look for the difference of opinion if I feel it. I'm looking for some more points of views here, though. Am I the only one who thought this beef got messy too fast? I don't like that what was said. I just mean so many tracks dropped. It was hard to really take a moment to appreciate the bars. Did it get too messy? I guess it depends on what you define as messy. If you watch battle rap, I think there's a different level of mess, and there's a different level of expectation about the kind of mess that is seen as mess. And I'm exhausted even trying to think about how to describe this. But for those who watch battle rap, for those who participated, and you wonder how people can say the most heinous shit about each other and then dap each other after and go eat tacos, it's a different sport entirely. I think that my mistake is having expectations that it would be like this, even in this arena. Because at times I'm like, sometimes it feels like some of the songs that I hear have been created for an audience that I'm not necessarily the audience of. I'm not in the demographic of. Does that make sense? It's not saying that they're bad. It's not saying that they're not good. It's not saying any of that. It's just saying that I don't think that I'm in the audience that they're going for. You know, it's brought to my attention that Joey Badass, in addition to his already core hip hop fans who have loved his music since 1999, who have loved all of his boom bap music that he's made over the years, they love all of his contributions with Pro Era. They love the Pro Era artists. There's that audience, and there's also a new audience that has become fans of his through TV, through his shows on Power, through all of, there's different fan bases that exist. I don't know how much that changes the delivery that someone has in the audience that they talk to. I just genuinely don't feel that I was a part of the audience that was supposed to receive it the way that some of y'all received it. But I don't want to also, and that's where this is a growing moment for me. I got to realize that me feeling passionate about my stance on that shouldn't at the same time push yours off the table. So let me get some of these super chats too while we at it. Since y'all over here paying for the since y'all over here paying for this this PC recovery. You a YouTuber now. What that mean? You sound like Tupac. Oh, you a Muslim now. What that mean, you a YouTuber now? I don't even know what that means. What is there some gift that you get with that? Maybe this is another way to do it. I don't care if you want to give 99 cents. If you want to give $1.99 and super chat it, A1. I'll have a genuine conversation with what you got going on here. Let's do that. George said, West Coast bias, the best bias. No baby teeths. Honestly, bro, like I don't think that I've ever had an issue with someone's bias when it came to hip hop opinions. Me personally. I don't want to discredit anybody else who feels differently about it. I know there's certain people that I'll go to when I want to go to them for certain opinions. And there's certain people that I won't go to when I want to get lyric breakdowns that got some details in them. It's certain people it's just not going to happen. And then there's certain people that I think are just here and just obtuse for the reason of being obtuse. They're chaotic for being chaotic. And I don't know what your life consists of. My life just feels like, yeah, I'm good. George said, R.I.P. Comp Dussy. Come on, man. She can hear you. Curtis overpowered that thing. Hey, chill. Curtis, Hit a J3 has dropped another disc. Look, more power to him. I'll be back here tomorrow. I'm not doing no song breakdowns today, ladies and gentlemen. This for the Febreze. I'm going to the super chats right now. Joey controlled the pace. Daylyt unintentionally stepped on Ray's last track that needed more time to breathe. Okay, so I don't know what the status is. Has anybody heard what the status is? Has anything been confirmed out there on the interwebs? I haven't been on the internet. I've been too busy caressing my PC. If we had to decide it today, no updates. Let's give a status update on what's going on right now. Because one thing that you haven't seen the entire time, it's funny how people have made all of these reactions about, I haven't give a score of anything. I wanted to see how this thing played out. Right? There's many different ways to go about it. I will say, yesterday was the first day that I saw this and I said, okay, Joey is clearly in a lead. He's clearly in a lead. And he did what you're seeing in the playoffs right now. It's not always the team that gets the highlights that win. It's the teams that are consistent about their strategy. That's how OKC just beat the Denver Nuggets, the defending champion Denver Nuggets, or the year before. They put Alex Caruso on the Joker. What the hell? It's not the approach I would have took, but it worked. The consistency. He has stayed consistently Joey Badass the entire battle. There is no debate there. He has been the most consistent in terms of between him and Daylyt. He's been consistent with his production. He's been consistent with displaying the things that people have seen as strengths of Joey Badass. He has done that the entire way through. Production, lyricism, creating moments. I think the entire way through, he has been the most consistent with. That's hard for anybody to debate, right? Based upon yesterday just felt like it could have went so many different ways, and it didn't. Because the two songs that went up, one of them just feels out of place. One of them is an amazing tribute to a gentleman I never had the opportunity to meet in Steez. But I hear so many amazing things about him. And when I had a second chance to listen to this, when I took my rap battle goggles off and I calmed my energy down and I was able to just address this as an individual song, then it felt a lot different. But you got to take that out the competition. The song before it was my least favorite in this one. I'll tell it like that. It's the least favorite in that. Ayo, to me, was like, okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. This right here is what I came to sign up for. But after a while, it just got to a point where it was like, it felt like it stopped being an exchange of lyricism. And it became an exchange of moments. And the moment started to confuse me. Part of that might have been general fatigue. That ain't none of their fault. But to your point, you said Joey controlled the pace. Daylyt unintentionally stepped on a Ray's track that needed more time to breathe. One thing I'm gonna say moving forward, and I'm not trying to police anybody and how because there's still songs going off. They may be done, but this ain't done. Because there's a lot of new artists right now that are showcasing their skills in a top tier level right now. Shout out to my dog, Eastside K-Boy. Shout out to Kai Cash on the other side. Shout out somebody from Houston jumped in. Glasses sent me a post from somebody from Houston jumped in and was going at Jada Kiss son. And now they putting, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna wait for that video. I'm sure that we gonna get some stuff. I think we getting some stuff from Ichiban. He put up a tweet the other day. Like, there's still stuff going on. We gonna cover that. We gonna cover all that. But for right now, and then Ray, I don't know what the situation is with Ray. One thing, okay, let me put my LA hat on very tight when I say this. Y'all gonna stop disrespecting Ray. Separate my relationship from TDE. Y'all sound crazy right now. We had to wait a long time before we had an opportunity to see Kendrick in this space on a mainstream level in terms of like the direct head to head. What y'all gonna do is stop putting disrespect on that man's name. He has been putting in more consistency and more work over this year than most of your favorite rappers. And he jumped out there when a lot of people was still kind of iffy about what was going on. Without a question, he jumped into the mix and delivered every single time. This kind of consistency, this kind of quality, production-wise, all that, I'm at the point now where I'm like, because of the relationship that exists between Light and Joey's camp, there's a part of me that's like, maybe I don't even want to see that happen. Maybe I feel like it's too close, sort of like J. Cole and Kendrick, even though I wanted to see that, but maybe I didn't want to see that. Maybe this is kind of how I would kind of look. But what this gentleman is doing in still the very early stages of his career is fucking impressive. To be able to demand that kind of attention, to be able to have that kind of confidence in what he's doing and going at folks that he knows have been held up as some of the greatest lyricists of their time. Talking about a Joey Badass. Y'all gonna stop putting disrespect in his name. Like, you want to talk about the bias? To me, that's the problem. When you just flat out deny somebody's skill set, don't do that. Here's Afro Butterfly. I gotta say this. Here's where I really have an issue. If you've never written a verse, shut the fuck up. If you've never written a verse, shut the fuck up. Regardless of who you feel is up and who is winning whatever's going on, you can't do none of it. It's too many people with fucking gamer tags telling lyricists what they could have done better. You can't even put you couldn't put two sentences together in a chat coherently. You never wrote a poem. You can't express yourself in conversation. You stutter when you got to read out loud. Somebody got to fill out your DMV sheet for you. And you want to talk about some of the greatest writers of our time? Like I said, this is for everybody. This is my hip hop bias now showing. If you can't do none of it, what right do you have to walk around calling something mid? This is why when y'all had moments where it was like, and this is where I have a it's a teaching lesson. It's a teachable lesson for me. It's a teachable lesson for me. Okay, boy, drop a song. I did. I thought CJ Fly was throwing shots at me, so I gave him one. Your turn. Oh, you didn't? Okay, shut up.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
He went to the park. Shut up. Knock it off. He fell in love with a fox. Shut up. Don't do it. You know you're talking to a practitioner, right? You know you're talking to a practitioner. I jumped into this situation because for the sport and the love of the sport, I heard what to me sounded like very clear shots that sounded like they were in reaction to videos that I made about CJ Fly. I got on Twitter and I said, hey, man, are these for little old me? He didn't say nothing back. In rapper language, that means do something about him. So I did, as somebody who's been in this sport for 20 years, what I was supposed to do. I created a song. Then I elevated it by letting you be a part of the process. But I'm starting to realize I be having these conversations thinking I'm talking to other rappers and I'm not. Some of y'all have never been around the art form. Some of y'all have never seen anybody do it. So that's why you never see one video where I'm sitting here and analyzing. Well, this is every critique that you heard about that I said about Joey Badass was about it not being direct enough. Why? Because I'm battle rap. I am battle rap fanned out. It's different there. But I'm also recognizing we're in a different world. And the stakes are different when you're doing them in song form. And people are in different places now. So I was disappointed just by that. But let's keep it going. Do you understand where I'm coming? Like, I hope the purpose of this is not cope. The purpose of this is for you to understand. I stand by every single thing that I had to say. I'm the person that is willing to sacrifice relationships if it doesn't align with my opinion. If I have friends right now that won't allow me to be me, those are not friends. Those are conditional friends. If I have relationships that are only positive, if I speak about them positively, no matter what, those are not real relationships. I have an independent business here. I can talk about literally whatever I want. Why in the hell would I not talk about the things that I actually like? So that's been it since day one. Okay, Natasha says Daylyt ended the beef and has a video out too. Do you know what the name of the video is? I didn't see that. Zod of the finite says Ray equals new energy passion. Daylyt equals technique and lyricism. Joey equals musicianship fight. Light bias aside, I'll admit that Joey took this due to his musicality. Light, my favorite, but he dropped the ball. Yeah. I think that's a fair assessment. That's a fair assessment. Famous Music says, yo, play that. I'm not playing no songs. I can't do it right now. Can I get a break? I'll come back. Even if you don't watch, I'll come back. I'm tired, bro. I'm so tired. Do you know that 30 plus songs dropped on Monday and Tuesday? What do you like in this world that you want 30 of right now? And you wouldn't get tired? Never mind. That's a bad question to ask this internet. I don't know how, but this is Drake's fault. No comment. Jim Among Stars says, to be honest, it was probably the candy corn that confused him. I ain't had no candy corn. I ain't never hog tied nobody, and I had candy corn in months. Madden Gamer, shout out to you, fam. Shout out to y'all giving to the PC computer form. the computer. I ain't even start that up, but y'all already giving out. Matthew Fairchild said, Joey up, stand up, your bias cheeks out. I was creative. Your bias cheeks out. Respectfully, P.S. I went to the ATL Kenny concert. Why do you sound so defensive? Why do you sound so defensive? And why are you explaining that you went to the Kenny concert? Just to show you how unbiased I am. I really don't feel like bias is the word that y'all looking for. You want 30 oxtails? Oh, you a freaky frog, ain't you? The reality of it is everyone is biased, even you. Acting like you're above it makes your bias even louder. Bias? Everybody's biased, my friend. Hip hop has never been neutral. Hot take. Hip hop has never been neutral. You don't listen to artists like Kendrick Lamar or NBA Youngboy the same way. Nobody does. Two Kendrick fans will never listen to Kendrick the same way. You're merely a reflection of the experiences you've had. You know what's so dope about bias? You know why I'm embracing bias? Bias is a superhero. It's a superpower, if you ask me. It means that you give a damn. I don't want to be lukewarm. I don't want to be lukewarm my entire life because I'm afraid of who I'll offend. That don't feel like a kind of life I want to live. Bias means you give a damn, which is why I think I'm so encouraging of hearing your East Coast bias. Please be passionate about something, please, because the last 20 years, a lot of people have become so neutral and lukewarm that the music has been a reflection of that. You wonder why it sounds so stale. Please be biased. I think that you're more mad that I don't agree than you are that I'm biased. I feel like y'all want cosigns and not conversations.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
I think y'all want cosigns and not conversations. And that's unfortunate because I wish you could be in front of me because I would be such a great listener to your point of view, as long as you're making sense. Being biased is definitely not a crime. Now, if you wanted to call me a liar, that's problematic because I shouldn't be lying. That's a whole nother story. But everything that you've heard me say, I can explain exactly what I said and say it again. You haven't heard me walk back any points of views that I've had about the display that I heard from Joey Badass and the way that I was calling it round by round, or the display that I saw. You haven't seen me walk back anything. Anything that you heard me said, I've stood by it and I still stand by it. I kind of get the feeling too, if you're someone that goes around calling people biased, I kind of feel like you're regurgitating groupthink. Last but not least, the loudest critics got the loudest biases. It's funny how bias only matters when the opinion ain't yours. That's it. But thank you for sharing that. I'm standing by bias, and I think that makes you incredibly human. Please be biased. Please be passionate about something. Hip hop is one of the last things we can be biased about, and it strikes up some really great conversations in the process. It's just unfortunate. I don't think bias is the right word. I think what you really are saying is you're not siding with my favorite artist. I think you're saying you sound too confident in your take, Curtis King. I think you're saying you're protecting someone I don't like, Curtis King. You're not being fair to me. You've changed, Curtis King. No, you sound like an OVO orphan, and I hope you find your way home. Just hold on, you're going home. First of all, Tim's over Unk balances. All right, this is where I end this shit right here.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell
Fuck you. I'll fight you on right now, Andre. I'll fight you right now. You know them goddamn Tims is not more comfortable than some New Balances. You know, damn. New Balances is so damn comfortable. I wear these hoes while I'm talking to you. Matter of fact, the rest of this stream is unofficially sponsored by New Balance. You should be ashamed of yourself. You ever wore these? That's your problem. You never wore these. Tim's feel like I'm wearing somebody else's feet on top of my feet. Heavy ass shoes. Yeah, you might be able to withstand a bullet on your baby toe. That don't make it better. Do you see these? You rub them and they purr back at you. Anyways, you said New York all day. Second, I saw the West Coast bias comments. To me, you were being honest, not fake. Just like I'm sometimes biased to the West Coast sound. That's it.
Somebody gonna have to tell
That's
the
it.
truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
That's it. I'm going to suggest to you, though, sir, I don't know how old you are, Andre. I'm assuming you still like late 20s, early 30s. I'm 40, bro. Hey, my boy, like when you 90s, 60s. You welcome. And when you put them shoes on and you feel the heaven on your feet, you ain't even got to come back and say thank you, Andre. I just want to make sure that your feet are comfortable. Pause. Natasha says, Curtis, are you going to the Kendrick and SZA GNX? I am. Marshall, there are no clear knockouts, so the winner can be debated. How y'all feeling about this statement? Because I agree. You know when a team says the other team didn't really beat us, we gave it away. I'm kind of looking at this and I'm like, up until yesterday, there were strong arguments for every song. Because there were boxes that Joey Badass was checking that Daylyt wasn't checking. There were boxes that Daylyt were checking that Joey Badass weren't. I got to take Ray Vaughn out the conversation because Ray Vaughn is checking off all these boxes, in my opinion. Lead out the conversation. Yesterday was the first time where it was like, wait a minute, what is the game plan here? Which is another question I was going to ask him if we had our interview. I was going to ask him, what was the game plan for that one? And is there information that we're not privy to as the public that may change your approach to it? Because the last song did feel more so like a, what are we doing here? Here's the things that matter the most above what the public conversation is. This is what matters the most. Nothing wrong. It's an outstanding gesture, outstanding song, all these things. It's just the placement of it and the expectation of it. And I would be a hypocrite if I didn't make that statement about that song when I made that statement about the hypocrisy of The Ruler's Back. Oh, no, not The Ruler's Back. Sorry, Not Sorry. I was the same critique I give about Sorry, Not Sorry. I was like, what? Here we are foaming like, yo, he about to say something. And then all we got was it was his birthday and he could rap really, really well. It just felt like that I got the same opinion, hip hop opinion that I could give on that. But yeah, I have not seen a clear knockout. You saw a clear knockout last year. Don't act like you don't know what that looks like. Don't act like you don't know what that looks like. You saw a clear knockout. You know how you saw a clear knockout? The opponent has been still trying to get up since last year. One of the guys is on tour with one of the most prominent names in R&B. And they just cleared $14 million in Seattle. They've been breaking their own records at every tour stop. The other guy is in court. Talking about amicus. What the fuck is an amicus? What the fuck is an amicus? I almost sat there and read through this amicus. I don't care what. I ain't never hog tie nobody. What the hell is an amicus? That is a clear knockout. And gambling and streaming. That's what you call a knockout. It is so bad. He got knocked out so bad that his fan base, portions of his fan base turned into orphans. And they found their way to becoming pro-OVO era. They mans got knocked out so bad they became part of pro-OVO era. And Joey Badass don't even seem like he cared for Drake that much. They became pro-OVO era. I think somebody made a logo and sent that shit to me, had me crying. Y'all are sick. You are OVO orphans. You are OVO refugees. Wanting so bad to be a part of any conversation where TDE's involved and you can say, oh, look, I think there's a loss here. Come on, guys. Let's go support Joey. Okay, support him all the way until his album come out and go buy the shit. Y'all don't buy shit because you don't even buy shit from Drake. That's why he made his album $2.99. Stop playing. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, I'm moving through these. Don't ever talk disrespectful. Don't you ever disrespect my New Balances ever again in your life. They're really not treating you with courtesy. Why you gonna do that? Why would you say something like that? The hell? The helly? Give me a second. Shit, trying to freeze up on me again. Same my usual setup. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm gonna get to it. We're gonna move through these pretty swiftly. My PC dead, bro. Y'all talking about somebody drop new music. Nigga, my PC dead. Who winning the battle? Nigga, my PC. It won. It won. I lost clear 0-6. You should read the amicus thingy. It backs up hip hop so much. These folks really study battle raps for a living for 30 years. I don't want to read no amicus, man. I just want to listen to rap songs, man. Not today though. I need a break. My brain won't even listen. I had to listen to instrumentals this morning when I was getting my son ready. I was like, I don't want to break down no more lyrics today. I want to break just one day. R.I.P. PC, meet the fan. Lord Racer, you my dog, but go to hell. Meet the fan. Shout out to you in this crazy super chat. Did you hear what OVO Mall said about this battle? I didn't, and I'm not interested. I'm from the West Coast, but I'm hip hop first. This got me so hyped. This battle can either go either way, in my opinion. But it's dope to see other underground and up and coming artists pop out to show out. Yeah, I think this. I would love to see this keep going. Marshall says there was no clear knockout, so the winner can be debated. I mean, I don't think it can be debated between Daylyt and Joey Badass if there indeed was a white flag that went out. Whoever did it, I don't know. That was the tweet that got deleted today. I don't have any information on that. But you guys said there's a video out. I have to go watch the video. I did not see it before I went on this live. Joey threw shots in January and y'all disregarded them. Tina, that's not the actual truth. Songs popped out. A lot of songs popped out. That's where we first got Crash Out Heritage. That's where we started getting High Yo. That's where we started getting there's records from a lot of artists too that are not necessarily in the same conversation. Jason Martin answered. Yes, he did. There's a lot of records that dropped in January. It didn't get disregarded. That's what started this whole thing off. For sure. I have more tracks saved from the West compared to Joey. Might be biased, but I felt West brought the energy and better angles. My main criticism was not letting this breathe. George, I'm gonna be with you to the end on that one. I cannot. To me, this is like, yeah, this is where my age starts showing. I'm like, bro, I need time. Because my thing also too is like, isn't that part of isn't that part of like the sport, part of the entertainment of it is you said this, all right, cool. Here's my rebuttal for what you just said. And here's what I got to say that you got to answer to for the next one. All right, cool. Take that, absorb it. All right, next one. Part of that is that unless you're doing something, to me, I guess well, no, that's not even an exception because it was full of rebuttals. Talking about the Kendrick and Drake, it was full of rebuttals. After push-ups, after the tailor-made freestyle, Euphoria was setting a stage. and it continued to tell a story. And every single time something dropped from him, which is why the whole mole thing started becoming very interesting. Every time he dropped, there was something else that followed it up. Nothing more obvious than when we saw Meet the Grams after Family Matters. Boy, oh boy. Is Crash Dummy a West Coast Daylyt track? I don't understand the question. Are you saying that he is? I don't like to use that word. I don't. As a man, I don't like to use that word. Do I think that that's him riding the wave of West Coast? No, I think that's him being strategic in a battle with the West Coast, with West Coast opponents. I think that's him being strategic. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Okay, I'm gonna throw something out here in the atmosphere. There's a part of me that also, aside from like the songs dropping too damn fast, there's a part of me also that was just in general disappointed with the lack of pacing. Like shit went from like 70 beats per minute to like up tempo song, and then it was like, oh, in 60 bit. There is no general. I don't know. It felt broken. It felt broken. It felt like, all right, this is what I'm gonna say. I was joking the other night, and I know obviously it wasn't bro, that was Ray. No. What did Ray Vaughn drop? That's why I'm saying you're not gonna put no disrespect on Ray Vaughn. Ray Vaughn was consistent the entire way. Everything that you got from him was in a very similar color. You got synesthesia. It was a very similar color. Whole era, GoldenEye. Boy, like this is he on that energy. But this is why also too, as somebody that's an elder in this class of rap, I'm gonna just say this. I was more impressed by what the younger artists did on the West Coast and on the East Coast than any other artist.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna.
My opinion. I was more impressed by what the younger artists did in this, because the kind of energy that they own right now sounds hungry. It don't sound like it's being influenced by a whole lot of strategy, like too much strategy. The younger energy in this, the Kai Cashes, the Ray Vaughns, some of the most exciting energy I've seen through this. A lot of the new folks that are popping up into this conversation, they just want to rap. And that's the part of it that I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, you guys are making a conversation about who these people that are on his level, Zoom out, make it about the hip hop conversation. I'm glad to see so many hungry young artists getting out there rapping. I love it. I love it. I was more excited about that's what I said. You know, Ray Vaughn gonna be good. Hit a J3, yeah. That what he did I haven't heard the other two, but what he did with the Rigor Mortis, Eastside K-Boys, another name you gotta definitely hear about. Dime a Dozen is one that you already know, but these are just highlighting the people, and I keep making it a point to acknowledge that there's new energy on both sides, and that needs to be acknowledged. That's a personal choice of mine. You handled the two Daylyt tracks with kid gloves when you compare it to the level of snark you dished at Joey's track. That's a fair statement. With kid gloves, though, no, I don't agree with that. I definitely was a lot more snarky, because I'm like, I had a question for both of them yesterday. What are we doing? I felt like I went to the bathroom and came back. AZ Chak, yeah, I'm sorry. AZ Chak's the one with the energy it's new. It's different. It's competitive. I felt like I went to the bathroom and came back and something really important happened in the movie and I was lost. That's the best way I can describe it. Also, too, this is also where having a bias and an expectation that there's a plan to everything that's being done can be to your disadvantage. I looked at Daylyt, and because I have such an expectation based upon all the battles I've seen, based upon the person I've gotten to know, it's always a strategy. He's brilliant. He's brilliant at what he does. He is a genius at what he does. And I've seen him flip situations that look like, oh man, I don't know how you're going to get out of this one. And it looked like an advantage. Every time. So when I saw him in this situation, I was like, oh, okay. That's why when you look at the reaction that I had to the one he made, that was a dedication to Steez, I was like, nah, I don't know if I'll buy this one. But yeah, kid gloves, I don't know if I agree with that one. I just had higher expectations about what was happening. And what I didn't want to do is be flat out wrong when he does the thing that I think he's capable of doing. I was like, nah, I'm going to hold off. But for when I heard from Joey, I'm coming to the conclusion I am not the audience that Joey was trying to reach in this battle. I think he gave a lot of people pride who wanted a certain sound and a certain type of energy and a certain type of bravado from an East Coast rapper. And I think he supplied that to him. And I'm not going to be here to discredit that at all. Everyone has personal biases. You did nothing wrong. You know them personally. If you were being prejudiced, then they would have an argument. If you were being prejudiced, then they would have an argument. Continue being great. You know something else I've seen? Thank you so much for that drama. You know something else I've noticed? Neutrality can be weaponized as well. I saw that happen with Kendrick. I saw certain outlets, I saw certain folks that I thought were instantly going to say, this is a moment for the West Coast. Let's put all our energy behind Kendrick. And I saw them play purposely neutral because they didn't think that he was going to beat Drake. So if you think that being biased is the only thing that can be weaponized, you're lying. You are lying. I saw people who purposely sat there in the middle and said, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. It can go either way. It can go either way. I mean, it's got to do it. And it's got to do it. It got to do it. And then when they were presented with new evidence, they still said, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's looking like, I don't know, man. So all of that performative neutrality, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. And I can't do that. I cannot do that. I don't care. Like, you got to understand, there are artists here on the West Coast that don't like me, have never liked me, and don't have to like me, but I'm going to back their skill set. I'm not about to sit up here and be like, I don't know, man. I think he might have got. You're using neutrality as a mask to hide that you don't like these other people. So there it is. I'm not a fan of that. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. He's rapping. He's rapping. Everybody's rapping. Stop it. Lumi D, Blueface, Sugar Free, off beat track. Why are we throwing shots at Lumi D? Leave Lumi D alone. She ain't bothering nobody. She on a block party right now enjoying her best life. Leave her alone. Y'all gonna get me beat up by somebody that love Lumi D. I was defending her. Me paying for the West Coast bias. Shout out to you.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Mortal Kombat ladder in the West is undefeated. Oh, I've seen somebody put up something like that. What's up, Kellen Jordan? Just listen to J3. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that after this. Not today. Not today. Eastside K-Boy, Grand Slam and Dodger Flow. West, get on I can't wait to hear that. I talked to him the other day, actually. Chucky, mate, thank you so much. It's all quiet. It's all going quiet. Same time the GNX tour in LA. It's all going quiet at the same time as the GNX tour in LA. I didn't even think about that till right now. Interesting. CW says, speaking seriously, if we extend the metaphor of taking shots, anyone can take shots if they got range and ammunition. Arguing about who has the right to shoot can only judge by case. That's an interesting way to flip it. I'm from South. Thank you for the super chat. GA, Georgia, who wasn't exposed to the West Coast sound as much until I found this channel before I knew your ties to TDE or anyone. I never picked up on any bias, even up till now. Respect. I appreciate you. I don't know, man. Like, I do know. You guys have seen creators get on here and you don't know where they're from. Why? Because they talk about other cities like they're from that city. But when it comes to supporting somebody in their own backyard, they're mute on it. Matter of fact, they won't talk about the artist from their own backyard until somebody co-signs it and makes it okay for them to talk about their own artist from their own backyard. What's up, baby boy? He lost his lunch pill. Oh, boy. All right, we'll get you another one, all right? You have a good day? You have fun? And his container?
And water bottle, like everything. Like he needs all kinds of stuff for his lunch. There's only 2 weeks left of school.
Dog, this is Murphy's Law.
For 2 weeks.
This is Murphy's Law. Murphy know I got money. He trying to come for all of it. The PC went out, and I got to replace that. And now little boy done lost his damn lunch. How the hell he lose his lunch? We should have gave him you could lose this pack, like a foil pack or something.
Oh, that's gonna know.
We wasn't gonna know. That's crazy.
And I dropped another drink in the car.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Nothing like the matcha though.
That's one of them days.
There's nothing like that.
It's one of them days. But go Steelers, right? Huh?
What'd you say?
Said go Steelers though, right? Look at her. Look at the way she was. I was talking about you earlier. We was talking about biases, and I said they was like, I told them you should have known I was West Coast biased with all these LA hats, and they was like, it was that Steelers cup that threw them off. I said, I am a Steelers fan in this household because my wife says that we are Steelers fans in this household, and I would never fight that. In the middle of us talking, I just said, yeah, the Steelers. You said, what'd you say? That's crazy. The way you banging on me for that. But yeah, we're gonna be able to make time and all of that. I'm about to be done. Okay, sounds good, my love. Honest question, do you think that Day producing his own beats for this battle should earn him points, especially since it gives him more creative control on how he attacks in this battle? I don't see why not, but I think that when you have a battle with this scale, I'm not into giving anybody bonus points. You're supposed to do what you're supposed to do. And I know my dog Ichiban Don is in his artist bag right now, and he does that really, really well. He's also one of the best producers we've ever heard from out here. One of the most creative producing minds of all time. And I would have loved to hear him get in his bag for a few of these. I think that would have made it, from a production standpoint, very interesting. I do feel, and I think I've even expressed this, some of the production that I heard during some of the production that I heard, and I deal with this issue too as an artist. Some of the production I heard from Daylyt songs didn't leave a lot of space for people to make out all the shit he was saying. I think some of it sometimes sonically got a little bit too busy. That's just a producer ear. That's just me giving you my perspective on it. If I heard the records and I was in the studio, I'd say the same thing. I think for lyricists like a Daylyt, you have to give him the ultimate space to create and get the multi-syllable flows off. The joint he dropped with the cheesesteak cover, it didn't sound mixed, man. And when people who don't mix say they can hear the mix, to me that's a telltale that it was going too fast. It was going too fast. It was going too fast. I think that yeah, I would have liked to hear this where everything was at that place. If we could have got 6 rounds, of finals level tier songs by Joey Badass and Ayo tier songs from Daylyt, high youth tier songs from Daylyt, I walk away from here a happy man. Not cheesesteaks, the chopped cheese. I'm tripping, my bad. The chopped cheese. If we would have got 5 rounds like High U versus finals versus Rulers Back versus Ayo, I walk around from here as a happy hip hop kid. I just feel like we're at a place now where the back and forth have to have up tempo, because now that is a very important strategy into changing public opinion or corralling or changing the energy, changing the pace. Like, I see that's a very important tool. But honestly, for me, being the older hip hop head that I am, fam, I would have took six rounds of those and I'd been like, now we're judging different things. The direction things went, I was just like, even I'll give you this. Even when I heard Not Like Us, I still hadn't gotten over Meet the Grams. That shit literally shook me. When Not Like Us came, it was like being at a party and you thinking about something too deep and somebody's like, man, wake up, man. We won. Come on, let's go celebrate. It took me a little second. Even when you watch my videos, I had bags under my eyes. I was like, this shit fucking crazy, man. I was tired, dog. But Meet the Grams was like, but yeah, my preference, and this is just for Curtis King, it's not to discredit. The goal, like I said, the goal today was not to discredit anything that Joey had done, right? I understand fully why some of y'all enjoy Crash Dummies so much. I think the production is amazing on that. The idea, the angle, dope. The timing, very, very well done. My favorite type of listen from a Joey Badass is not that, though. Same way my favorite listen from a Daylyt is not the chopped cheese joint. But don't mind me. I'm just being unk. Curtis, keep in mind that a lot of listeners are completely unwilling to meet the art where the art exists. Instead, they want the art to come to them within their circle of preconceived notions. Yeah, I hear you. But I was enjoying hearing the pacing that they were starting off with. This plane took off, and it was looking like it was about to be an amazing ride. The landing was very chaotic and bumpy. And before I pass too much judgment on it, I need to let it. That's something else too. If I had more time to really just like absorb, talk to some of my other homies, and give me different perspective, I could be like, okay, I can see now what other people are hearing. But if I'm just judging my ears and I'm the only person in my household that's listening to all of this music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just talking with y'all. I talk to the homies. I get different perspective, but shit, man. It would be hella if Kendrick made a special edition at the LA show regarding the climate. I think it's going to be an event. This is the first time you're going to see Kendrick since the pop out in LA. It's about to be insane. Shout out to Hit a J3 one more time. Thank you, Natalia. Joey just announced his album coming out in August, Maximizing the Moment, as he should. Ray reposted 2 of his recent releases. Erases? 2 smart moves. I'm telling you, these are the moves that need to be made. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do this. Hold on, let me get this off the screen real quick. Sorry about that. You are supposed to do this. He just announced his album. What is it? Just announced the album. Did I get on the screen? There it goes. All right, sorry about that. Okay. Hot take: NY rappers could learn a lot from Busta Rhymes, especially in his prime. Personality and characters, peace are a great asset in rap battles. Busta's an interesting name to use because Busta definitely is a different stylistic choice. All right, I'm gonna save this take because I want to talk to the rap latte about this. But I had a take. And I'm not trying to go back the direction that causes any confusion. But here's my take. Because I gave props throughout this whole thing. I feel like I gave props. But here's a take, and I want to hear your opinion on it. I said, someone said, man, downplaying Joey is disingenuous. Kai is fire as well. I said on Twitter, I said, I think that the person that I think Kai Cash is the guy that you're trying to convince me that Joey is, or something to that degree. Like, I think that all the excitement that I'm hearing, I'm like, no, that right there feels like something that we haven't heard before. What I heard from Joey felt very reminiscent of his influences. It felt like even going back to the Rulers Back, it felt like a Jay-Z opportunity to like establish, like, look, I'm the king of all of this and this and that. So this is what I said. Y'all get mad if you want to get mad, but I said, I'm not downplaying anything. I'm just not hearing what some of y'all are hearing. Joey is over there making good music that's disadjacent. And for me, it's irritating. I like to hear them directly. I like to hear it to have weight to them. I like to hear it to where you elaborate and not just touch on certain things. Just go say the thing. I said he sounds like he's cosplaying as Jay-Z. That's why you're mad. Okay. Except Jay-Z made Takeover and Super Ugly. Except Jay-Z made Takeover and Super Ugly. I did not hear that type of directness that we heard from Jay-Z in those songs. I said Kai sounds like that new energy. That's it. I said that's all. So is Ray not cosplaying as Kendrick? I don't think he set the whole thing up to be that way. Did he take notes from it? Absolutely. But I'm talking about down from the production, down from the style to the tone to this moment and what it may mean. It sounds like Jay after H to the Izzo. It sounds like is what you want, New York. And I'm looking at some of the folks who are out there saying, right message, is this the right person to take it on though? And I think Ray did that, which to me shows why Ray is a problem. Ray did that when he said, that's cool, I'll be a Kendrick copy. It's better than Bukkake. No matter how you feel about that line, I think that right there shows you the difference. When you take these criticisms head on, pause, and you flip it the way you did, he's like, Yeah, and yeah. I think that GoldenEye was a very different approach than we've seen in when anybody's been doing back and forth. That was very much him. Ouch and gross. Oh man. But you know what? I will say I'm glad to see. I don't mean this in any kind of sarcasm. I'm glad to see fans of New York hip hop be so damn passionate and so happy right now. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see that because I'm happy to see y'all Knicks doing well. The thing about it is, y'all saw bias, but imagine the bias you would have saw if somebody would have made a song about my Lakers. I wish somebody would have said how out of shape Luka Doncic is. I would have fought. I'd have fought every single one of you. I'd have threw so many New Balances at every single one of y'all. You want to see bias. You ain't seen shit that day. Say something about these Lakers. I just feel like people are rewriting history. Joey Kane said West Coast Daylyt and lost that battle. Now Joey came 6 months later. It's like, oh, Joey wins by a landslide. Hey, yo, GoldenEye beat my town for me. I'm not hearing people talking about missteps on Joey's end. There was missteps that happened on both sides between Daylyt and Joey Badass. I'm not hearing a lot of people speaking about the missteps on Joey's end. And the people that I hear that are the loudest sound like they're not necessarily fans of him as an artist. It sounds like you're fans of him as an actor and a TV star. Because you immediately ignore these things when we have these conversations. You completely ignore it. And that's where I got to stop myself because I'm like, am I having a debate with somebody who's a fan of the TV show Power? Okay, that's my bad then. Because if you want to talk about missteps, what was Sorry Not Sorry? Bait? Okay. And the way that y'all have tried to completely kill off the way y'all try to kill off the conversation of Ray Vaughn to me is bad. That right there. It's so obvious to see a mile away. But once again, I have to be respectful that someone just may have a very different opinion and viewpoint on it, and I want to make sure that I respect that. That's all I ask for is respect. A lot of OVO refugees and anti-Kendrick folks attaching themselves to the rap beef. That's extra annoying. Get them people out. They're not going nowhere. They got to figure. People like that don't go nowhere until they get some kind of a win. Maybe this is their win. Maybe this is the win that they were looking for. My thing is, now you got to, just like your favorite rappers say, nah. In August, now you got to follow through. Go buy Joey's album now. Nah. Go take your ass out there and you take your OVO refugee ass and you go buy Joey's album in August. We'll be back. Nah. You better go to the shows now. Since he did it's been 6-0. He's 3-0. Go to the show. 3-0. Go to the show. They won't. No, they won't. Hey, yo, Buddhist man who's in LA. Who's in LA and wears LA hats and likes LA, which is the West Coast. Boo! Yeah, you're right. You right as hell. Thank you, DeJuan. Carolyn says, I don't care. I'm feeling everything Ray Vaughn. There it is. Thank you so much. Space Cowboy said, tell these fools with they big crayons to shut up. Why don't you shut up? I'll hurt you with this crayon. Here it is. This coastal beef is giving Montague and Caputlets. Now, why in the hell you gonna put something like that in the chat? You know I'm gonna struggle with that. Montague and Caputlets. I got my big crayon now. How dare this man represent his home? The hell is that? Nobody has a home anymore. Ray and Joey should get on the track together at this point. I'm being greedy. I want to see the loop get closed. I want to see the loop get closed. Ray Vaughn has been very clear from day one what kind of time he's been on. And the whole time I heard Joey Badass like, oh man, go, man. You a little dog, man. You a little dog, man. Go, man, go. I want to see that loop get closed. I just feel like people are a little concerned about that one. I think they're concerned about Ray. I think they're concerned like, what he got up his sleeve? He is a problem. And you can't convince me otherwise because I see how quiet people are in terms of sending shots back to the other side. Ray got energy like he might actually respond back to me. He might actually say something. I need to chill the fuck out. He sound like he really mean that. Okay, let me shut the fuck up then. I think I can't hold this. Just made Joey lose by less. Okay, agency. Is the word preference? I like what I like. Isn't the word preference? I just think that they're used to people who have platforms always agreeing with them, are trying to find ways to always agree with them, are trying to find ways to never offend them. I got to. Life is offensive. The price of gas is offensive. Eggs are offensive. There are some people who have made a lot of success on their platforms avoiding conflict at all costs. I don't go looking for it, but I do recognize how important of a ingredient it is towards getting real results of where you want to go, towards cutting through the noise, towards doing something that a lot of people are afraid to do, which is stand on their opinion. Ray, Joey, Kenny, rappers who can battle rap. Not all battle rappers can rap, if that makes sense. I think battling and making a diss song is two different things. I do feel like that. But I also am reminded, for people who feel the way that I do feel, or that I've expressed to you, does this not remind you of the importance of the battle rap culture and how much they need to be supported? Because if we're looking at the nature of these type of track by track disses changing, and the only place we can get unfiltered shit talking, direct, aggressive, unapologetic, is in a battle rap world, maybe we should put our energy behind supporting that. Maybe I was wrong for expecting battle rap energy from Joey Badass. Maybe he gave his audience exactly what they wanted from him, and that was just a really good fight. Maybe someone like myself doesn't look at it as mudslinging, right? So how about this? Somebody made a point about how critical some of the commentary me and other people were of like a Drake when he would go low. He would say these things about Whitney and all these different things. There's a difference between using that in a skillful way and using it because it's the strongest weapon that you think that you have. Like when you don't even do it in a creative way, it becomes even more insulting to me as a listener. When you're in the middle of people displaying what they do at a high level of skill set, they're showing you all the different ways that they can do internal rhyming. They're showing you all the different techniques and what they're doing. There's so much more going on than just the mud slinging or the character deconstruction. There are certain people who, like a Drake, who only go there because they know how outmatched they are versus a Kendrick. There's a difference. So in the midst of all this, Daylyt already disclosed, he already showed you how fucking talented and genius he is in high U and backpack and all these different things. Then we get to the next phase. Now we get to some of the disrespectful shit, the character deconstruction. That's part of a battle. So in the process of this, it's very different. But I'm telling you right now, this just reminds me of how important it is to support those pay-per-views of your favorite battle rap league, your favorite battle rappers. Go support them. Because I tell you right now, I still get excitement watching acapellas of these gentlemen literally showing you their skill set without a beat. They're just literally sitting there giving you the skill set a cappella. I still get excited watching those. I still learn something, right? Different techniques and all these different ways to approach a verse. I'm just a fan of the culture. I study battle rap for a living. I'm just playing. No, I don't. Dim Jam 26. It's like boxing, no knockout. Go to no judges. Helping with the computer fund. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate you. And to answer your question on what 30 things make me hungry or make me happy, I won't get tired of tacos. However, I'm Mexican American, and we here in Tucson, Arizona got the best tacos, but I digress. 30 tacos for you. 30 tacos. 30 tacos is a lot. 30 tacos is excessive. My Timbs are OD comfy. I work out in them. You heard? You work out in your Timbs? CJ dropped a response to your song. Did he really? Let's see. Later on. You should read the Amicus thing. Oh, we talked about that. Would be hella if Kendrick made a special edition at the LA show regarding the climate. I think he about to put on a crazy show. Joey just announced his album. We talked about that. NY just feels left out, looking for any win. The Mecca, they should never feel left out, but I understand how there's been representation and maybe it doesn't feel like it's accurately representing all the residents. We feel the same way. I know we felt the same way out here. Some of us felt the same way out here in LA or in California. Yay or nay is points deducted with Lux on My Town. By the way, I was excited as hell, but for the means of King of Hip Hop, Joey should go on a track alone. I think it was a really special moment. Right. It had context. It was a special moment. It had context. It was something that it was kind of bringing both the worlds together where Daylyt is going in terms of his career as an artist, rebutting that as well as his history in battle rap. So bringing in a legend from battle rap and a loaded Lux, it was definitely a very special moment. I know I took issue with how early we got a feature. I don't want to hear no features on these songs. I do not want to hear no features on no 1v1. I get so irritated hearing the features on a 1v1 from anybody. But once again, I'm not the audience he was going for. This shit keep crashing. I gotta get up out of here in a second. I definitely been here longer than what I was supposed to do today, but either way, let me see. I'm gonna just read these off. I don't know if I'm gonna necessarily give an opinion unless you got a question. Let me see. It's crazy. It's crazy because Dot said on Reincarnated, every individual is only a version of you. That's scary because Joey, Ray, and Daylyt was a version of Kenny. I mean, also too, can we acknowledge that these are artists that are from the West Coast and that we shared similarities in sonics, in preferences, in the way that we talk, in the way that we are same way in New York. There's a lot of similarities. Isn't that just part of the fabric of being out here? As an East Coast fan, who is learning more than the West? Who is learning more about the West? I'm impressed Joey fought as he did. Still, I wanted to hear more East Coast artists. Same. Hit a J3 firing off with headshot. Marshall said better than Buka. Okay, whoa. I think you have to try and take coastal bias as much out as possible. Otherwise, it's just like politics, blind loyalty, but without specific parameters on how we judge, subjective sets in. In politics, I can see why that's important, because in politics, you're serving the general public and you're serving, the people of whatever. You're not just serving the Democrats of your area. In this situation, this is hip hop. Hip hop is based upon standing on your opinion. Matter of fact, I think I heard Ice Cube say it one time. He said, "How is anything hip hop if it's not against something?" And when things are not in alignment with the things that are that you are fundamentally against, how is it hip hop? That's not hip hop anymore. That's politics. This is hip hop. You think you better? It's not a subjective thing to say that you're better than somebody. You genuinely feel like, okay, prove it. And then the people will decide, I guess. But then you pick your ball up, you go home and you keep it going, but not in this space. That's not, I wouldn't have got into this if this was just about being neutral. That's not fun. They keep insisting that people give Joey props, but go out of their way to diminish Ray. Ray stood tall and was up until his own man stepped on his W. That's another way to look at it. Two Live says there was no plan for Ray, except for Crash Out. And he went. Thank you for the super chat. I don't agree. I feel like Daylyt won overall, even with Chopped Cheese. I don't agree with that one. He was on a different level lyrically, and to me, that matters. Outside of one song, he won. Hey, was the Chopped Cheese the one that was like the up-tempo joint? Which one was the up-tempo joint? I'm getting that mixed up. Which one was the up-tempo joint? He dropped Ayo. That was up-tempo. Yeah, that wasn't my favorite one. Ray Vaughn says people might not be actual fans. They don't even know what they heard. They just like Joey because he was bagging on Kenny. Ray was on Joey's neck 24/7. Yes, he was. CW says, is it greedy to want a sub disc to be sent over to the Southeast so the DMV and the Carolinas can be involved? I don't think you got to wait. I think you just get into it. Somebody over there in New York, my wife is laughing at me. Had me my New Balances up here. I'm like, they was over there clowning. Somehow I wear my Timbs over my, nobody wearing no Timbs over no New Balances. You don't like your feet. I'm a fan of everyone involved. I just love hip hop, but there were definitely missteps and a few nothing burgers when it came to dissing. I think Ray was the only one consistent. That's what you said. Okay. Joey won the popularity contest. Light won the rap battle. Ask me if I care what you stands think. Dot won both. That's the difference. I like this kind of bias. I like this kind of bias. I ain't gonna hold you. If we're judging upon where things are at today, Joey won. If we're talking about who had a better lyrical display, you cannot convince me that it was not Daylyt. But at the same time, you're not telling me anything new that I didn't already know. You're talking about one of the best pens of this era. He displayed that on many occasions in this battle as well. But I think by consistency, by quality control, I think that he definitely yesterday took the win. Dot for sure needs to get more credit for this even being an ecosystem that supports this type of conversation in 2025. There is no doubt about it that the person selling out stadiums right now is the one responsible for the domino effect that we're all getting to enjoy yet another day here today. And he hasn't said a thing. So yeah, thank you to Dot. Good luck on the PC. Deluxe, appreciate you. Hope it's back up and running soon. I do too. We'll see though, man. You made a great point on your vid about rhyme schemes and end rhymes. I think Joey got the pop vote because of a similar advantage. They not fans. I think some of them are, man. I just think that we have to stop acting like all of us don't have skin in this. If you from New York, you got skin in this. You got a reason why you want to see your team win. If you from the West Coast, you got a hell of a lot of reasons why you want to see your team continue to win. If you're someone who only knew him from his TV shows, you want to see him win because he's one of your favorite characters, and it brought you into his ecosystem. If you're a fan of Daylyt and the battle rap, and you know the beast that he is, you want to see him. Like, I wish we'd stop this game of acting like that's not what it is. Cut the cap in my top 5. I appreciate you. I got fame. They ain't added me to no list though. They don't take me serious. They don't take Curtis King serious. That's fine. They lucky Curtis King love hip hop. They don't add me to no damn list. They try to act like I don't even exist. Welcome to my life. It's been like that. It wasn't for them. It was for one person, and I guess he responded. We gonna see. No, I meant Joey had no plan for Ray. What plan do you? I hear you. What plan do you have for somebody that you don't have enough intel on in terms of where they're willing to go? You got to be careful. I told you that the other day. You got to be careful with somebody like Ray. We don't have a relationship. I'm assuming between Ray and Joey. We don't have a relationship. I don't know how ugly or how aggressive you finna get with this. Honestly, I don't know what your ceiling is lyrically. I don't know. You don't know enough, right? You've seen enough of the catalog and discography of Joey Badass to get an idea about how he would approach this. I don't like that Daylyt deleted his last diss. I mean, that was a preference. Maybe that was just a decision that was made, like I said, out of respect of the relationships that were already there. Yeah, but look, DIYers, hopefully you get a better understanding. Do you feel like, genuine question, did I just tell you something that you already knew today? Did I just do another live stream just to do a live stream? Did I just tell y'all stuff y'all already knew about this platform? Is there anything that surprised you over the last 2 days? Were the people that were talking like that only talking like that because their guy was involved? I'm reading right now. Read what you guys are saying. Respectfully, you did, but it's okay. Okay. No, nothing surprised me. Adanet said, you can't get jumped in a rap battle. It's selective. You can respond to who you want. Joey responded to 3 people. You also can alleviate other people jumping in a battle when you don't make a very broad comment about an entire coast. That's really helpful. If he would have just said, if Joey Badass would have just said, yo, it's too much I don't want to use a phrase, D licking. Nobody would have jumped in. Not immediately. He did that on purpose. And that's what feels very 50 Cent-ish about the whole thing. It feels manipulative. And it worked. If he would have just said Kendrick's name all them times that he alluded to what's going on in the game, we're having a different conversation. But if he did that, then he looks like a hater. And if he looks like a hater, haters don't always get the same kind of attention and love. But instead, he said, it's too much West Coast D-licking. It sets it up for the perfect opportunity for a bunch of people to go and crash out and say all they want to say about him. And all he got to be is like, oh, I got love for he did this in an interview. I got love for the West Coast. What's all this about? That feels like 50 Cent one-on-one energy. Why these niggas so tight? I don't know what they got them so tight, huh? Bias is fine. It was crazy seeing someone get their super chat deleted for saying Joey is up. You got to earn back the second S for that behavior. I didn't delete it. But shout out to my moderators. You know what it is? You know what it is? And I'm gonna defend all my moderators right now when I say this. Some of y'all type like it's not humans on the other side. Some of y'all will put Joey up 17,000 times in 30 seconds. And it's annoying. Hey, even if you're not wrong, you're annoying as fuck. Even if you're right, you're annoying as fuck. Then for you to be as excessive as to pay to then separate yourself, it looks like you're a pick-me. You're going to get a nosebleed doing all that picking. Pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. Chill. We heard you. There's a lot of people here. It just comes off as very pick-me. Spamming ain't it even if you paying for that. That's all it is. It's just you're annoying no matter what. No matter what the topic is, you are annoying if you came in here and talked about something else and did the same thing. You're just fucking annoying. So to your point, I ain't got to earn my other ass. You got to stop typing so many. That's what you got to do. That's what the fuck you got to do. You're just annoying. I don't care who you like in rap. You're annoying. In life, nobody likes you. I don't like you. I'm just playing. Thank you for the super chat, but you're annoying. Okay, let me get this last one. I'm out of here. But for the culture, Curtis, why can't you just keep it a band and say what it is? I did that and you didn't like it. I've been in hip hop all my life. I love hip hop. But we got phrases sometimes that are so open-ended that we never get to an answer to anything. What the hell does it even mean to say what it is? What the fuck is it is, Ashton? It is my opinion. It is my opinion. This is shit I'm talking about. Like, we be saying shit like, man, just say what it is. And then we'll be in a group like, yeah, nigga, say who it is. Yeah, what it is. Nigga. You scared, nigga. Shut up. What it is, nigga. What is it, Curtis? deleting for not agreeing is not that. Okay, now, Keisha, it wasn't deleted because we did not agree with it. It was deleted because it was excessive. If I tell you, you stink, you stink, enter, you stink, and I don't get your attention, and then I send you $2 to say, you stink, and you deleted it, you think it's because you said you stink still? Or you think it's because you just being a pick-me? Me. It's just crazy, bro. Like it's like coming into a room and making it all about you. It's not even on that. It ain't even on that. But shout out. It's giving pick me, Curtis. That's what I'm saying. It's not even on it. All right, I'm not listening to no songs today. But I guess I kind of hear what you're saying. Oh boy. Tall Genius says it's okay to have different opinions, folks. Just be wanting to control everyone else's opinion. Let's normalize respecting different opinions. I'm with you. Here's what I'll say. Here's my last point on this one. I've been here long enough. Thank you for being honest and being open about your opinions. Maybe we'll do another stream where we'll do a StreamYard and you actually come in here. I want to talk to some Joey Badass fans who feel like without a reasonable doubt that he won. You give your piece on it. We'll have a conversation. We'll have a pizza party after. Everybody leave home and take some goodie bags, and that'll be good. But as of today, I just wanted to hear and check the temperature, and I think you guys gave me a good idea of where you're coming from, and that we at least came to a place where it was like, okay, well, maybe you just see the world differently, and that's fine. That's fine. Y'all ain't moving me off no peg. Man, fuck their opinions. Okay, now, Most High Retros. This that bias they be talking about. That's that bias they be talking about. Y'all ain't never heard me say, man, fuck y'all opinions. I say it if you ain't making no sense. Unk balance for the win.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Hold on, let me do something real quick. All right, let's do this. I told you I wanted y'all to relax. You notice how you proud of me? I stayed very relaxed this entire conversation. Y'all over here calling me out my name and shit. I stayed very relaxed throughout this whole conversation. All I know is this. Right now, hip-hop is divided. Joey Badass fans, Daylyt fans, old heads, new heads. But here's one thing that never goes out of style. Balance. Not just in music, but just in debate in every step. In life. From cardboard on the Bronx blocks, to 808s in the trap, to mosh pits at Rolling Loud. We've always moved different. But what holds us up, what keeps us grounded, is that silent code. Respect the craft, respect the culture, and move with balance. Some of y'all called me biased, But real talk, every hip hop fan has bias. Kendrick fans, Joey fans, Griselda fans love grit. Tyler fans love color. You know what ties us all together? Taste. We just walk differently, literally. New Balance ain't just a sneaker. It's the code for those of us who stay grounded and still elevate. You don't have to pick a side to step correct. You don't have to stand one artist to walk with the purpose. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Just move how you move and do it with balance. Get yours now. Walk different. Walk with balance. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. New Balance, you already know what to do. Find me where I'm at. You hating on my non-360 spin? That shit wasn't smooth, huh? I figured out. This man just made a Super Bowl commercial. Relax. You make it in the next ad. I don't care about. Hey, man. Look. They give me a New Balance 960 deal. Y'all can have this hip hop shit. It's been fun. Bye. Boy, you want me to be neutral? Make me rich. I'll be neutral as hell. I wouldn't care about shit. Make me rich. I'll be neutral as hell. Nigga, everybody winning. You ever notice how everybody's winning? Neutral is impossible. Jamal NYC, shit. Give me $25 million. I get real neutral around this bitch. Hey, man. Isn't it just good people is able to rap in this country? That's just good, man. They gonna call you a sellout. So the fuck would. At least we're selling. I'm just playing. That's a crazy statement. That's hilarious. All right, see, this is why I draw the line. Ain't no damn happy dad knocking on the door, knocking on your door.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna.
I don't want that nasty ass beer. I'm on record saying it. What do you want? 30? Brother Curtis, did you see my answer to your question? What do you want 30 of question? Nah, what was it? New Balances? I'll take 30 of those. Bye, Unc. I'm done. The problem with Happy Dad is they knock on the back door. If got 15 pairs of feet. I just want 30. 30 Timbs in every color. If you bought 30 Timbs of every color and put it in your house, and you live on a second floor, your flow gonna cave in. There is no concrete that can support 30 Timbs. It's science. Don't even argue with it. It's science. It's too hot for Timbs. It's science. Don't even debate me on that one. All right, then, y'all. I'm out of here. Good chopping it up with y'all. Much love. I'll be back listening to all of this rappy shit. Just give me a damn day. Give me a day. Give me a day. Have a good one. Stay productive. Stay safe. I'll get at y'all. Peace. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.